New progression, new matchmaking, by the visuals, pretty much a new game. It's gonna be the same game, but it definitely will look very, very different. So we're gonna be reading through the blog post about the new progression and all the goodness. And the first things first, we're gonna look at this picture here. We're gonna have tech trees for different, I believe, rifles, like SMGs, tanks, planes, heavy weapons, things like that, in different linear, I don't know, like tech tree, horizontal manner. I've already heard people saying, "Oh, it's gonna be more like War Thunder," but honestly, the only game I can think of that goes in a horizontal, well, at least it was back in the day when I just tried it, was World of Tanks. I don't know if anyone plays World of Tanks. I certainly don't. But when I tried the game, they had like a horizontal tech tree system. I've heard some skepticism regards this, but I'm gonna try and look at the positives. You will be able to more or less select what you are researching. For example, if I want to unlock the T28, which is here, for example, I don't need to go through 17 different weapon levels to unlock to get the T28. I only need the T60, T26, BT7, and then I can straight away get onto T28. If you like rifles, you go rifles. You go like SMGs, you go SMGs. Anything. Same goes for the planes. So for me personally, this opens up a possibilities for me to actually grind all the campaign vehicles in the game, because like I would not spend, like if I would grind the whole game apart from, let's say, Moscow, and I had nothing else to do, I'll probably go and do Moscow then. But now I'll be able to grind, for example, the vehicles from Moscow, which I find extremely cool for myself, because maybe I don't play the game as you're supposed to be playing the game. I just like vehicles, tanks, planes, big guns, HE shells, armor penetration, big bombs, rockets. I like that stuff. So absolutely fan of that. Let me know what you think about the tech tree and the progression. I think the grind and the research points essentially going to be probably the same. It's just going to give you more of a control of what you are researching at the time. Yeah. A new look at campaigns and battles. So what essentially they're gonna do, in the updated Enlisted, you upgrade one country once and for all. The need to start progression of an already familiar nation will be over. So that's another talking point. You unlock an MP40, for example, in Normandy, and then you go to Berlin, and you've got to unlock the same guns again and again. So that sucks. So that's out of the window. Forget it. That ain't gonna be there. So that is thumbs up, definitely. I did actually read through this, but this is the one of the important bits here. In the updated Enlisted, all campaigns and their hundreds of missions will be combined into a huge pool. At the touch of "to battle" button, the matchmaking engine will with advanced rules will create a battle for you with locations fitting with the selected nation. Basically, they're saying if you select I think they give an example. For example, if you select Soviet army, you will only be able to see Moscow, Stalingrad. Why? And I know this game. Why can I not remember? Berlin, Moscow, and Stalingrad. Yeah, so those are the three campaigns that have Soviet army in there, which is cool, I guess. But then again, it kind of limits you from choosing which maps you're gonna get. There's a feeling that you'll get any of the missions from those campaigns. Like you grab let's say Americans, you'll get Normandy, wherever else are Americans, you know yourself. You only get those campaigns that has the Allied Americans, right? But then again, you can't specifically, I want to get like the Normandy maps only or whatever else. That's how I understand it. And they will slightly sacrifice the historical accuracy, which I'm okay with, as long as we get short queue times, full games of real players, not AI bots. I am willing to sacrifice some accuracy. Obviously, they're not going to mix match, like, I don't know, there's not going to be Japan versus Soviets, for example. That's a crazy example, actually. There's going to be more of this sort of mismatch of accuracy in terms of the timing, the era, for example, and the weapons. So there's a chance that you'll bring a weapon from, let's say, more advanced campaign in a campaign that, for example, in a period where that weapon didn't even exist at that time. I hope you understand what I mean. So that is like the way the accuracy is going to be slightly shifted, which I'm totally okay with that. I am like 100% okay with that. As long as I said, as long as we get full lobbies with real people playing the game and having fun. I am totally okay with that. And based on which, again, I'm going to use Soviets, as an example, based on which campaign's mission you get, either Moscow, Berlin, and Stalingrad, your soldiers will automatically be dressed in the visual appearance for the campaign. I believe there's going to be customization mechanics will be improved too, so that is all gonna remain. Yeah, don't worry about that. So next thing is matchmaking. I know I'm not really making sense at the moment, but I'm just like, there's a lot of information and I'm mostly generally all for it. I think Enlisted needs to try something else, and they need to try new things, and we can't stay where we are right now because we need to grow, and this could be the next big step to actually get this game somewhere. So rating based matchmaking, it has nothing to do, I believe, with your stats, with your rank, which you could easily manipulate. You know, you want to lower ranked enemies, you can just drop your rank by doing bad and leaving games. So that would be very easily manipulated, which I was thinking that's not going to work. So that's not the direction that we're going. So the basic idea of matchmaking is based on your loadout, your vehicles, so your tanks, your planes, your weapons, based on how far in advancement in the era those things are, you will get like a general score of like a level score for the weapons you want to bring into the battle. And when you click to the battle, the game is going to be filtering and looking for people with similar loadouts. So for example, you wouldn't get, a good example would be, let's say, Normandy, where you've got the Tiger E, and then let's say on the Allies side, M5A1. Like, there's no match between these two, and obviously the person with the Tiger E would have a much higher rating of its army, therefore it would be put in a higher bracket, higher rated bracket for the matchmaking, if that makes any sense. So this is how it's going to work. Same goes for the guns and weapons and heavies and HMGs and SMGs and flamethrowers, mortars and things like that. Each of those things, based on their level in the progression, will get a certain score, and that's how we're going to get the matchmaking. So yeah, I guess it's fair. It makes it kind of fair. If you want to troll around and kill tigers in an M5A1, I don't know, you'll have to figure out how to get into those games, I suppose. And that is basically how it's going to work. If there's not enough people within the similar bracket of like the level of weapons and tanks and planes, the game is just going to ditch the fancy matchmaking, and to cut down the queue time in case you need to wait too long, it's just going to go back to the old one, and it's going to chuck everyone all together. So I guess that's a place where that's a situation where everyone can just literally fight anything. If you're a massive fan of super like peculiar historical accuracy, there's going to be custom matches still as they were. You'll be able to set up games as historically accurate you want. I believe they're going to add even more functionality to custom games. With ability to create battles with unique settings and even expand its functionality by selecting specific campaigns and the list of allowed weapons. You'll be able to allow weapons in a custom game, which I guess is sick. So you don't burst any weapon. That's annoying. We'll see how that goes, how full of those lobbies going to be. And in the brackets, this is as you requested. So apparently that was a request. We're going to keep all our progress. Obviously, everything that you have unlocked is going to stay. All the levels, perks, upgrades, whatever else, everything's gonna stay. It's just gonna be chucked into this whole kind of your national army, like a Germans, allies, sorry, the Americans, Germans, I don't know what else we have, like the obviously the Soviets and Japanese and things like all your progress is just gonna be chucked in one army for the representing nation. All in all, everything I can hear is in my head positive. I can choose to grind vehicle after vehicle. At least I hope that's the case. I hope you don't need to like match grind the levels to keep on moving. Like if I select planes and I just keep on playing with my freaking Mosin dragon the whole time grinding planes, will I be able to grind just the plane tech tree all the way down? I hope so. If that's the case, amen. That's what I really want. Tanks the same. Obviously weapons, you wanna do good in battles, you'll need weapons too. So for me, that's a positive if it works out like that. Campaigns and battles, the fact that you can't choose a map, perhaps some maps are annoying in different campaigns, but I guess as long as you go into the battle with your preferred army, it's fine. Even if I take JU 188 and whatever Tiger E and whatever else, and it chucks me in a Battle of Moscow map, I'll be fine because I've got the army that I want, so I can live with that. And obviously the accuracy, I really don't care about too much of a historical accuracy. I just want to play the game and have fun. And the rating based matchmaking, I guess it kind of makes sense as well. You'll be versing just as advanced level enemies, opponents as you will be. So yeah, let me know down in the comments below what you think of all this. As I said, the general vibe I get from my gut is this is positive. This is a good direction we're going in. Will it open different caveats and different cans of worms, and there's going to be different issues, probably issues that we don't know yet, but we'll see how it goes. And essentially really happy to see that they are working on this, and this screenshot looks lovely, especially the one with the tech tree. Like if it works out that you can go one line and just go it all the way down to the end, it's gonna be great. I'll be actually grinding every single campaign for the vehicles at least. Okay, that's me talking for a very long time, and yeah, thank you so much for the continued support. I'll see you guys in new videos, new streams, new shorts, whatever else, and have a good one, and bye-bye.